Again, welcome to Vince from Listings to Leads. He is coming to us from West Coast, so it is very early where he's at. So we very much appreciate his time showing us some of the new updates that Listings to Leads have. So Vince, I will throw it over to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Carrie. Everybody, thanks for letting me join you here this morning. I want to talk to you about a couple of updates. And one of them, both of them have to do with automation. So we've got a lot of tools that are very successful in capturing leads. But what we've done in the past few weeks is created some automation so that agents actually don't have to touch it to get the value out of it. So right now you're looking at a message that automatically comes to us as an agent and says, we have posted your listing status update into the following social media platforms. So we can post to Facebook, which is your business page on Facebook, Twitter, your Twitter account, and your LinkedIn account. So this is a message that would come automatically to an agent, assuming that they've set it up. So I'm going to show you what this looks like, and then I'm going to show you how you set it up. So this is a listing that the agent would recognize a listing, but if they wanted to see what it looks like out on the internet, they could just click, in this case, I'm going to click Facebook. And when we click that, it opens up the post that is on Facebook, right? So we can see it here. Now, I want to point out that all of this is on Facebook. It's on the business page, and it wasn't touched by an agent. It has, if you're using text in your office, which I think you are, it's going to have the text code for that property inside the text. It's going to have the city it's in, the status it's in, and the agent's name. And anything that was in the property description is already there, just some basic opening information. And emojis, right? We know that emojis work when people are on social media. It gets people to slow down and look at it. And it's cool. I think it's cool that it looks good like this, but behind every post, if you're interested, you can click on it. And as you can probably imagine, what's going to be behind that is our tool that's designed to capture leads. If you're not familiar with this tool, this is what we call a listing landing page. So this is directly behind the auto post. And it's meant to give you a quick snippet of the open house. If you want more information, you can click continue with Facebook, or you can use your email. But I'm just going to click continue with Facebook. And when I do, you're going to see a flash in the middle of this screen. That is Listings to Leads, I guess over to the right, reaching into Facebook, getting, in this case, my name and email, delivering it to the agent. And now me, the consumer, am going to get dropped right on the single property website. And this shows me more detail on the house. I can see the photos, I can see the maps, I can see the description. In this case, I got a Matterport embedded in here. But the point is, we're auto posting to the agent's social media. If a consumer clicks on it, we're going to drop them on a tool. It's going to capture their information and deliver that automatically to the agent. So back here to the original post, you can also see it over on Twitter and LinkedIn. I'm going to click on the LinkedIn one real quick. And we'll see a post as it appears on LinkedIn. While that's baking, I have a sip of coffee here. So you can see it's auto posted to LinkedIn. Looks nice. It's got the relevant text codes for the property. And of course, if I click on it like a consumer, I'm going to open up the landing page that's going to grab the lead information and deliver it to the agent. So we love it. Our clients love it. And the question is, how do I get that going? How do I turn that on? The way you do is you will actually have to have the agent log in. You could do this if you weren't the agent, but you would need their login codes for their social media. Up here on Inside Listings to Leads is a profile button, and that's where we set it up. Before we go there, before we go to that profile and do that, I want you to know that over here it says now live in red, and it says auto posting listings to Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And if you click this page, it's going to open up a support page. I think it's actually this one, which shows you exactly how to set this up. Okay, shows you the steps you got to take. And once you do that, then we start auto posting. Okay. Now, since you got me live on the call, I'm going to actually click through it and do it. So I'm going to click up here. I'm going to go to profile. And give it a second. And there's a section here inside the profile. It says auto posting, and there's a little red pill that says new. You need to check all these boxes. When you come here for the first time, I don't think any of these are checked. But basically, it's post any new listing that comes to Listings to Leads, post when the status changes, and post when the listing price is reduced. So these are all, your listings hit our system automatically via List Hub. They sweep your MLS, and 3 times a day, we pick it up from there. And if there's any changes in status, or if the price is reduced, we're going to auto post that new message up to your social media. So you need to check all 3 boxes, click save. Then you need to go to Facebook, and you're going to notice that this looks like this, right? And it says step 1, step 2, and step 3. So step 1 is connect to Facebook. So I'm going to click connect to Facebook, and we'll give it a second. And that's going to say continue as me. This is a little bit confusing. You are continuing as the person. If I was Carrie, I would be continuing as Carrie. And you want to say yes, I want to allow that we're going to publish and manage. You want to say okay. And give it a second. I think it's going to bring us back into Listings to Leads, and it's going to show us connected. It should show us the pages that we can post to. Now, it seems a little bit slow. Oh yeah, so if I click into it, I can choose which page I want to go into. Now, you might have a number of different pages. You might have a community page. You might have a business page, of course, but you're not going to be posting to your personal page. So I'm going to put our Listings to Leads page. That's step 2. And step 3 is click this green copy button and click into this blank box. And this seems maybe perhaps a little bit silly, but it's actually the rules of Facebook. And we're going to click save. And now we're done. So this is ready for Facebook. All right. So what we have to do is copy this text and put it here. The reason we need to ask agents and all of you to do this is that Facebook doesn't want any company just auto posting without any connection to the actual, in this case, realtor. So if you see this, you'll see that it's pulling dynamically the city, status, the agent name. We're even putting hashtags in there like realtor, realty, real estate, and for sale, things like that. And so go through the Twitter page over here on the left, connect to Twitter, copy and paste the same information over from the right side to the left side. Same for LinkedIn, right? So you're going to click the connect and push in there, and then copy this information and put it there. You're not choosing pages because on LinkedIn and Facebook, you're posting right to your business, to your page. So I'm going to go over here and disconnect Facebook because I just don't want to be posting to our Facebook page. But that's how you set it up. And from then on, you're going to start agents that make updates to their account are going to get this message in about 90 seconds. So it's very fast. We start posting to your social media any changes pretty quickly. So let's see here if I can get to, that's there. The one thing I want to sort of speak to at that point is some of the automation that happens. A lot of things do happen automatically. Your listing hits this automatically. It is just listed. As soon as it hits the system, you put it in the MLS, probably in 24 hours, it hits our system. Then after 14 days, it goes from just listed to active. At that point, with the automation, it would go automatically into, it would be auto-posted to those platforms. When a property goes open house, we don't always get that. So I do want you to know that if there is an open house, somebody should click edit, click an open house tab here, and just save the open house, right? Choose the date, and then put the date and time and click save. At this point, this would, it's going to email a stack of tools to me as the agent. And those are listing landing pages, print flyers for nearby homeowners, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, and also tools for Craigslist, and just I think 8 different tools in one email are given to the agent. They're all obviously designed to capture leads. But in this case, we're also, if we go back to the listings page, we are also in about 90 seconds going to post this up to Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn as an open house. Okay. So let's just say after that open house, I now go into contract, change the status to pending. We may not get that. And then when the property goes to sold, change it to sold. The lead capture on pending and on sold are designed to capture more listings. This is very powerful stuff. Not all agents know how to take care of it or take advantage of it. This is how you take advantage of it. We would be auto-posting the lead capture tools to their social media. And the nice thing about doing that, if you're familiar with Facebook advertising and running ads, that is probably one of the most powerful things going on in real estate advertising. And when this gets out, we're auto-posting it. It's already got the language. It basically saves a lot of steps for an agent. But if they wanted, they could also just say, hey, I'm going to boost that. And if it's on your business page, there will be a little button where you can go and just boost this. This isn't my business page, so I can't actually boost this. But if it was, there would, instead of share, would be a button that just says boost. And I could say, hey, I'm going to put $20 on this, and I want everybody within 10 miles of this property to see this open house or see that this is listed. That's just going to save a ton of time for agents. It just makes it a lot easier. So that's the auto posting piece. It's really new. As I mentioned, inside the listings homepage are the instructions on how to do that. I just sort of walk you through it so you can see that. Okay. I had mentioned earlier, and let's kind of go back to the listings, and I said that when we create the open house, we have what is called a nearby home flyer, a print flyer for nearby homeowners. This is something, and Carrie, hopefully, I guess we're running at a 15-minute mark, so I'll be quick. This print flyer is very effective. We rarely used to talk about it, but we're realizing that our clients are using this. If you're doing any sort of door knocking, this is meant to be left behind. There is, the date and time, in this case of the open house, a link that they can go to learn about the open house that would capture leads for them. The text information is embedded automatically in here. There's also a place to get your home value automatically. And that's pretty cool because it's all pre-written. You can just print it, download it. If you're an assistant helping an agent, you could just say, hey, just send this to the agent, and that would send it. Or I can download it and print up 20 copies. And what I'm jumping to now is our mastermind group. And I want to point out that every one of your agents and all of you should be in our mastermind group. It is a secret group. You can't find it on Facebook, but it is secret for our clients only. And you're going to hear that Dustin Fox, who's out of Maryland, said, hey, I printed this and sent it to 250 homes, just like you, just went and printed it just the way I showed you. And he mails it. And that actually cost him, I think, $650 to 250 homes. You can see he uses kind of nice envelopes and all this and that. But from that one activity, from one house, Dustin has got 10 listings out of this over 4 months, right? So he knows what landing page he used because he created it in our system. It was a home value. It was automatically created. And even yesterday, he said, hey, what really helps people to open is this handwritten Sharpie right here on my black and blue. He put this to us yesterday. This message is actually months old. He does this every few months because obviously if he can get 10 listings out of the same activity, it's going to help. So I just want you to know that simple tool is in there. I really want you to know every agent needs to get in their mastermind group. And the way to get in the mastermind group is for every agent to log in, go to the support page, and say, hey, right in the support page, there's a box here. Just say, please add me to that, to the mastermind group. And that will get it started for that. So there's one last thing I want you to know about. It's in landing pages. If you don't know this, probably the number one tool for capturing listing leads is a page that we call Property Valuation Plus. And hopefully you're using it, and hopefully every one of your agents has a Property Valuation Plus for every town that they are trying to build their business in. Most agents are building, a listing business in 3 or 4 or 5 towns. So you want one of these for each of those towns. They work great. You put them out on Facebook. You say, I want everybody that lives in Cambridge that's over 30 years old to see that. That would also be embedded. That particular page would be linked automatically to this letter that I was showing you. So that's where you get your free home value. It opens that up, and there you go. But what I want you to understand right now is that we made an improvement to this. And if you click on edit for any of these Property Valuation Plus landing pages, there's a section that says advanced options. And when you click advanced options, there's something that says follow up new. That's what I want to show you. If you check this box, it will send an update to every lead that you got every month. So it would send them an update of, hey, this is what your home is worth now, right? It went up, it went down. I think the first week of the month, it goes out and it kind of looks like this. You can edit it, but honestly, it doesn't need to be edited. All you need to do is check that box. Hold on, I'm trying to turn it off. Check it up, check the box and save it. And anytime a lead gets captured, they're going to get updated automatically every month with their home value. Anytime you capture even one lead, you've got to follow up on it. You've got to have it in the CRM. In this case, we've just got a little auto follow-up inside of the actual landing page so that an agent doesn't have to do that. Carrie, that is sort of my story today. The auto posting is incredibly powerful with lead capture behind it. It's going to the clients, to the agent's social media. I did want everybody to know that this page here has auto follow-up as well. And every agent and all of you should be in our mastermind group because we're always creating new tools. You would see it here, but also clients like Dustin are basically saying, this is how much I spent and this is how it's affecting my business. The cool thing, and I'll point this out to you, Dustin just yesterday said, I got to tell you guys how much LDL has increased my business. Work the task tab for every listing consistently and everyone will see results. And we totally agree with that. We built the task tab for every listing. So if an agent logs in, goes to their listing, clicks task, there are a set of steps that they can take by just clicking the green buttons. The first one, which is going to your social media, we're going to do that automatically now for you. But if you want to get the tool for the seller's social media, you can grab it here as well. A lot of this is automated, but if the more agents use these tools, and there's really only a handful of things they need to do, you're going to just get results out of that. Carrie, that's kind of all I got for you.
Great.
Any questions?
Well, yep, we had one question come in from Jennifer from Harbor Springs, which is in our northern Michigan location. And she asked, what is the time frame that listings will be auto-posted to social media? They like to enhance the listings to add features that aren't brought over to Listings to Leads, as well as customize the background and color, and don't like to post to social media until the listing has been improved or enhanced. And I believe you said it's pretty instant.
It is. So you can, and I don't know if we're going to have a way to sort of push it. So, for instance, I think the best is if the property was new to the system, like it just hit, it would probably get auto posted before you could update it. But that being said, the auto posting is going to look like that. That's going to, and you can click there and edit if you want. But any changes, so if I click on this right now, it's going to take me to this page. And I think the enhancements you want to make happen on this page. And so if you made these changes, they would dynamically they would happen later. So if this posted 2 hours ago and you made changes to the actual property, it would just flow into that. You wouldn't need to like repost or anything like that. But the posting out there, so for 2 hours, somebody's going to look here and it's going to look not optimized the way that you want. But as soon as it's optimized, then it just keeps using the next one. So when you change the status to open house, or if you change it to pending, or if you change it to just sold, it will be there.
Okay, great. Jennifer, I hope that answered your question. If not, send me a quick note. Just had a question from Carrie from Big Rapids. She asked if it's for the agents and not for business pages. Carrie, I would suggest not doing it on your office page because you would just be spamming listings on the office page, but your agent should absolutely have this set up in their own accounts. So good question. But yeah, I would be hesitant to do it for the office's page, as they would have every single listing go on there, and we don't want it to be just listings. As JD has talked, we want to have more stuff about community and such as that. But please let your agents know about this great new feature. It can save them a lot of time. And we really appreciate Vince coming in. I don't see any other questions, so I'll give you guys just one more moment to type a note if you have one. As always, if you have anything after the fact, Listings to Leads has a robust support team, and Vince shows you how to get to that support tab right from the platform. They're very responsive, very helpful. So if you have any questions after the fact, you can always call me or reach out to the support team from Listings to Leads. And Vince, thank you so much for calling. We really appreciate it.
Carrie, can I show you one thing and then I'll get off of here unless you guys have?
No, of course. Go ahead.
So I have been saying, and I said it a couple times, that I want all of you to be in our mastermind group. It is a secret group, so it's not easy to find. The easiest way for your agents to get in is to log into their own Facebook account, click over here in the navigation bar and get to settings, and inside settings is the third item says contact, and it says primary email. That's the email address, in this case, that Facebook has for me. If the agent takes that email address and then goes into their account and goes into support and drops that email address in here and says, please add me to the mastermind group, our support team will do that, and you will get an email from Facebook to that email address, and that will say join the group. You've been invited, join the group. And that's exactly how you get in. Ton of valuable information in there. Our clients from all over the country are sharing what they're doing. So I would highly recommend you get everybody in there. That's it for me, Carrie.
Great. Well, and I'm a member of that group, and I also recommend it. There are always such great tips and tricks going on in there, how-tos. The support team monitors it, so if there's any issues, they're in there helping answer questions as well. So it is, a really great group. And no other questions came in, so thank you, Vince, so much for your time. I hope you get to go back to bed before you have to go into the office. We appreciate you calling in, and to everybody on the call, all my ASCs, admins, and managers, thanks so much for spending the time. We really hope that you get this word out to all of our agents, and as always, if you have any questions, reach out to us after the call. Thanks so much, everybody. Thanks, Vince.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.